Already today's daily challenge: Black Dusk Cloud, Mandatory Headshots, Armera Arsenal, and Shoot Swarm. With a Saw Blade and an MM20, we've got Mandatory Headshots and we've got Shoot Swarm. So in other words, I don't think the challengers or the modifiers really want us to be able to actually hit our shots, which would be relatively important for, well, actually shooting the enemies and then subsequently taking care of them, which we're not really going to be able to do quite well. So in other words, hopefully we hit our shots, because that's not exactly guaranteed right now, as with anything, but we could always do that first and then afterwards see what happens with the remaining units, which will hopefully all put their shield down and not do exactly what that unit over there is doing, such as, well, rushing towards us with a shield up while shooting, which isn't exactly optimal. So if you could just stop doing that, that would be absolutely fantastic, so I could quickly clear the remaining units. And just saying, maybe we'll get an FI7 eventually, because you've gone through a lot of bullets so far, and well, that's not exactly what we want, but I suppose things are still working out. You're rushing me again. Could everyone just calm down for a moment and just not do that? We've done so many bullets, and well, it's not in the most efficient manner by any stretch of the imagination, so we're just gonna run through here. And I suppose the goal is to just remain alive, which doesn't seem all that far-fetched. Hi there, all of you. I don't actually have to fight those units because, well, I don't want to, and that's probably a sufficiently good enough reason, but nonetheless, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna drop a Saw Blade. We've got a bit more ammunition now. And, well, that just means that we can throw the ammunition, well, that way, which... Hi there, all of you. Maybe at some point in the future we'll get an FI7, which will be quite nice, but so far, everything being S97s isn't exactly making this very, very promising. Not exactly what I had in mind, but maybe we'll get it later, which I'm not really going to be that averse to. Hold on. That's an S97. A bit unfortunate, but we can make do with that. And I suppose if we're looking for some absurdity, we could always grab the S97s, grab all of the S97s, and now we've got a lot of S97s to work with, which... those are still S97s, so we're just going to run through here, and we should probably at this point check upstairs to see if there's a screwdriver, which there is not. So that's a bit unfortunate. But I mean, we've got an S97 now, and it's got a lot of ammunition. And we can run through this corridor right now, and hopefully not get shot from all the way down there, which so far has been successful, so there's not really any reason to complain. And well, we could always go over here, grab a medkit, but we're gonna leave it there for now since we don't really need it. So we're just not going to grab it. Seems vaguely obvious, but we're gonna go over here, we're gonna plant this over here. Then we'll see if Cyber has any extra slots, which we're gonna just, well, take their medkits. But that doesn't seem to be the case, so we're just gonna run downstairs and things should be relatively simple. Provided that we actually find a thermite, which seems to be all the way at the end over there. But that's alright, so we're just gonna go all the way over there, which works out just fine by me. Hi there. Nice to meet all of you. Not exactly what I had in mind, but you know what, it's so far going just fine, which I'm perfectly happy with. And it seems like Cyber has taken a different route to get a thermite, which I'm also perfectly happy with. So right now would probably be a great time for me to just follow along with Cyber and just start going this way, through here, all the way over here, and then effectively just avoid getting shot, which I would consider quite important, but we're gonna go over here, and all we have to do now is just post up over here, which seems vaguely simple. Mainly because it is. Now, some part of me really does hope that I do actually indeed have a drill which I can make use of, which I might just go for a detour and get, since I've used out the medkit, and now we've got some extra space for it, which I mean works out perfectly fine, so maybe that's what we're gonna do. Or maybe not, but who knows. Let's just start with awkwardly waiting here for Cyber to just finish blowtorching over there. And whenever we're feeling vaguely ready, we could always just go over here, grab all of this ammunition that we really, really do not need. Before, well, hopping down over here, going through here, and then afterwards grabbing a drill, since I for some reason want to get it now, which I mean can genuinely work out just fine, which is what we're gonna hope for, so we're just gonna do exactly that. as we awkwardly run through here and just have things wait for a bit, since ideally I want those units to not be right upstairs over there, and ideally they would not be going after Cyber, which I'm not sure I'm gonna get, but maybe let's heal up over here for a bit. I mean, evidently, I can't hit that unit for some reason, which is to some extent a bit absurd, but we're gonna go through here now. And I mean, all things considered, we're not doing too badly as long as we don't get shot a lot over here right around now, which didn't happen, so we can just breach this over here, go inside, and because there's no screwdriver over here, it was definitely the right call to actually just go and grab the drill, which, considering the route that I eventually took, wasn't probably that effective since we would have already gotten a drill from what's right over there, but it's alright. Such that it may be, we can just go over here, breach this over here, go inside, plunder 2 over here, and then afterwards, well, we've got 3 medkits and a drill that we very much do not need. Unfortunately, I still want an FI7, and that is not an FI7. So if I could hit those shots, that would be quite nice. Because I really do not want to be in this gunfight. Can I stop hitting that railing over there? Right then, we're gonna wait a bit longer, since that seems like the better strategy over here to just, well, avoid whatever's happening, which seems to be about what we want, which is why we're gonna go with exactly that. And before you step over here, that's that sorted, which seemingly we've still got a lot of S97s, which I'm not really that surprised. It is shoots from after all, but then again, it's not exactly what I asked for, nor is getting 3 scores in a row something that I really wanted to do today, but 4 squads in a row, lovely. Right then, if those are CBRCs, right, we're just gonna back off for a bit now, since that seems like vaguely the right thing to do, which it probably is. So if I could just have all of the units stay over here and just be, well, present, and that's effectively it, that would be quite nice, because I'm not really interested in getting any of that CBRC ammunition, which I suppose is fine, but now that presumably about everyone has shown up, we're just gonna back off a bit, let them walk a bit further downstairs, and then afterwards we can just, well, run outside, which seems like a vaguely simple plan, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. And now that they're walking through here, we can run through here. Everyone should have been already walking that way, which means that I can relatively safely go through here and no one's really going to care, which is kind of how this works, but nonetheless, we're gonna go over here. Seems like Cyber has gotten that done. I need to go over here to activate this before swiftly backing away and hopefully not getting shot by the entire squad that would be behind me right about now, which I don't really fancy fighting, so if you could just kindly not do this right around now, that would be quite nice and genuinely greatly appreciated, but those are CBRCs, and CBRCs are still very, very much terrifying. So then again, those are CBRCs, and I could always grab it, but then again, Cyber has already taken care of the Onyx unit, which works out just fine on me as long as I don't get sniped from across the map by even more CBRCs. And somehow, I don't even think we got a single FI7. But regardless, that's the daily challenge done in just under 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!